Hey, what's up my friends? Here Betomoedano with another video. And in today's video we are going to be seeing the top 5 VS Code extensions that are going to help you to speed up your development time. Alright, I personally use these VS Code extensions, and these top 5 are my favorite and the 5 that I think that are the most useful. Alright, so if that's something that you are interested, let's begin. Before we dive into the top 5 VS Code extensions, I want to make a big announcement. And the announcement is that I'm super excited to share that my amazing React Native course it's available now for pre-sale in my platform Code with Beto. So if you want to learn to develop beautiful applications using React Native, please go to codewithbeto.dev and check it out. One thing to know though is that the videos of this course are going to be in English, and so please keep that in mind if you want to buy it. It's going to be in Spanish. The videos are in Spanish, all right? Okay guys, so we're gonna start with this extension called Prettier. Maybe you already know it, but for those who don't know it, and by the way, if you don't know how to install an extension here in VS Code, you can go here to extensions and just click it, and here you can pretty much just type Prettier and it's gonna be the first extension. And here we have a brief description of what is Prettier, but basically it's gonna help you with to format your code. Basically, let's see this in action here in this test.js that I have here. I'm gonna start by creating a function, right? So this is a simple function, takes 2 arguments, return the sum of these 2 arguments. But as you can see, we have these curly braces and we don't have indentation in the return line, the number 3 line. And when we are using Prettier, we can just hit save and automatically it's gonna fix our code. It's gonna format it to make it look good, to make it look consistent, right? So you can just mess it up again like this, and as soon as you hit save, it's gonna be fixed for you, right? That's the first extension, and it's gonna save you a lot of time, guys, trust me. And the first thing that you need to do when you start a new project is install Prettier. By the way, guys, if you want to enable Prettier in React Native, I have this post blog in my platform Code with Beto. I'm gonna leave the link in the description below, but you can go check it out if you want to learn how to use Prettier with your project in React Native. We have here some configurations, and you can of course play around. We have here another more complicated configuration. You can of course play around with this and with the settings. And pretty much that's all I wanted to show you. Let's go to the next extension, which is Tailwind CSS. Alright, so this extension is just for people who use Tailwind CSS, right? And basically what this extension does is that it's going to help you to autocomplete your classes when you are writing basically Tailwind CSS code. Let's go back to the test file and let's change this for a component called something. We have in this case a div with an h1, and for example, let's add a class to this div. We're gonna say class name equal to, and let's start by saying something like, I don't know, text, and here we can press Ctrl space to make this extension work. So you just have, if you're in Mac, you just have to press Ctrl space, and you're gonna have this little window in which we can see the code or autocomplete that gives you this extension. For example, if you want to put the text green 500, we just press Ctrl space and we got this window. And we can do pretty much the same here. Let's say class name, font, and press Ctrl space, and we have all this autocomplete. This, guys, is gonna save you a lot of time. The next extension, guys, it's gonna be this one called Live Share. This extension is going to allow you to collaboratively editing and debugging with others in real time. What I'm saying is that you you can just share a link with someone, with some developer. You can press share like this, and you get this link. You pass this link to this developer, and as soon as that developer opens that click, it's gonna be editing this project with you in real time, which is awesome. And nowadays with COVID and all that, it's pretty handy, right? So for example, here you would see another cursor of that person, basically code together at the same time. Next, guys, is gonna be this extension called React Redux and React Native Snippets. This is especially for those React developers like us and React Native developers who use Redux. This is really handy, and when you are trying to write components, basically you can start on fire just by, let me just delete this and let's see this demo. We can just write, for example, if we want a class component, we can say React class component, so RC, and as you can see, we have this React class component prop types, etc. So you just have to press enter in which one you want, or change it for React functional component if you don't want a class, for example. Let's do this one with the export. Let's hit enter, and you get this component. So you can now change this for my component, for example. This extension, guys, it's gonna save you a lot of time as well, especially when you are writing a lot of components and you have to write pretty much the same thing over and over again. You can use snippets. The last one, and the most important, and to me the best extension right now in the world, it's GitHub Copilot. There's one downside in this one. I mean, you have to pay now $10 per month to use this GitHub Copilot extension. But of course, I'm not paying. I'm getting the 3 months that they give you before you start paying. So you can check that out. If you don't want to pay now, you can get 3 months for free. And you can pretty much develop at the speed of light with GitHub Copilot, guys. Let's see how it works. As soon as you install it and you activate it, you have to press enable down here globally. And let's go back to test to see how GitHub Copilot works. Let me delete this first. And well, as you can see here in this file, exactly just in this file, the GitHub Copilot is disabled by default. So let me try to write something like, for example, a function that is gonna return the difference of days between 2 dates, right? So let's say function, and let me activate now GitHub down here again. I'm gonna press it, and now it's active. Let's go back here and just write whatever we want that this function do, right? We can say div of days. And as you can see, now we have this code that GitHub Copilot is giving us. And we can press here option to have another autocomplete from GitHub. For example, this function that we have here seems like it's working, but we can press next, and here we have these days, and we can press next again, or previous. We just have to make hover over these gray letters that we have already here, and to accept we can press tab, or open GitHub Copilot we can press option enter, right? So I'm gonna hit next, and next again, and that returns the days, and that's what we want. So I'm gonna hit tab, and now let's see if that works. I'm gonna declare a const down here, and I'm gonna say today, for example. This is gonna be the date of today, and tomorrow, or maybe next month, for example, it's gonna be a new date that taking today, it's gonna get the full year plus full month, and it's gonna add 1 month, right? And I don't know what is this one down here. It's the date. It's an optional argument. It's a number. GitHub Copilot is giving it 1 by default. So let's just leave it like that. And now let's try to call our function. I'm gonna say console log, and I'm gonna write div of functions. I mean, GitHub Copilot, it's doing everything for me. I don't have to write anything. So let's run this code. And I'm gonna say Node.js and 9. So the difference between today and the next month is gonna be 9 days, because today it's 20, 22, 21, sorry. And plus 9 is gonna be 30, which is gonna be the next month, right? So this is working. Let's add another month, and we can see that we got 40 because it's 31 plus 9. It's gonna be 40 days. So basically, this is working, guys, and I didn't have to go to Stack Overflow to look for this function or something like that. It's just like magic, and it's working with artificial intelligence, which make it super cool. And I think it's the most important extension for GitHub Copilot now, guys. So if you want to check that out, go to GitHub Copilot and try it yourself. And that's pretty much all that I wanted to show you guys. Please go to my platform called Beto and check the course if you are interested. And as always, smash the like button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Hope you enjoy it. Don't give it a like and leave me a comment if you want. See you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.